What a garbage game. Oh, guys, I'm hurting over here. I'm sure you guys are too. I'm so disappointed. I'm gonna go pretty. I'm gonna go off in this review, and mainly, you know what? Like a lot of our guys just seem like certain games we're not cutting it, and it's really bothering me. I'm gonna go over a few things. Really disappointed. I hate when we lose, especially like this. Especially when, it's like we're playing with holes, holes in our team, like a bucket of water with holes in it. I'm going to go right into the rankings, try to do them a bit quick because got a lot to say to rant about today. Mignolet, you know what? Those 2 goals, I'm giving him a minus for both of them. He could have had those. Or I'm not sure, not even if he could have had them. You know what it is? He doesn't even move. This is Mignolet's flaw. Not only sometimes does he blow set pieces, but he will just... One of the things he does is he'll miss time or misread the play and jump almost like a pivot the wrong way. Once you do that, once you're committed, if the guy goes the other way, you have no chance. He's got to work on that. But I know for sure the second goal, he just stood. Like, he didn't move his hands or nothing, And it's not like these headers were super fast. Yeah, there's some power on them. There's some speed, but... Sorry, I dropped my notepad there. I'm just really upset. He did have a few good saves toward the end. Cut those double saves. Gave him some pluses. Markings are going to be, a lot of the guys, I don't even feel like marking guys today. I don't think I'm going to do any rankings. Yeah, no. I mean, I might for our good players. If they deserve a ranking, I'll give them a ranking today. But everybody else, I've just had enough today. So, Klein was not good. Had him for 4, pluses, little pluses there. 3 huge minuses. Obviously, the goal, I think it was both goals. He just didn't get up. The first one, I think he didn't even get over. Wasn't even aware that the guy's coming in. Those ones are a killer because at least try, and it's not like a lack of effort on that moment. It's just a lack of awareness. But Klein, I'm not liking what I'm seeing. It did some really bad things in this game. Not going to rank him. Sacco had 2 pluses for him. Really didn't have any other markings. Don't even think he really had a bad game, but I don't have much to go by. Won't rank him. Maybe a 7.5. I don't know. As that's my good enough to be on the pitch level. Moreno saved us once. Plus 2 positives. 3 minus. 7.5. Lovren was solid. I don't think the second goal was his fault. Yeah, there was 2 guys. Klein didn't do much at all. It was Klein's fault, in my opinion, and things leading up to it from before as well, which are whole other things that I may talk about if I can remember. But that second goal, Lovren, you kind of, when you're more of the central defender, you got to sort of be in that spot. The thing is if he goes to challenge those 2 guys right there and someone cuts in, you're screwed. So, maybe it was partially his fault a little bit. I don't know. Don't have any minuses for him. I got 7 positives. Lovren's still playing great. I really don't know how I'm going to do any 10s in this game or light 10s. I don't know. But if he didn't do anything wrong, it's not, he should be exempt. I'll give him an exempt 10. Create a new 10 for today. Smith came on, was excellent, 3 positives. Love the energy, love the enthusiasm, the running, which is something I got to get into. I want to bust through these rankings really fast because I got a lot to say. So I'm just going to try to speed through this. I'm no good out there. He's got selfish moments. I know he's a really talented player. I've been trying not to say he's selfish, but it clearly, there's times where he does not need to try and shoot the ball. And just was not good at all today. 4 minuses, 3 positives. Not even going to rank him. Lucas was all right. Did what he could. 3 positives, 1 minus, a yellow. Almost got that header. I did mark that as a positive. Lucas deserves a decent marking. I'll give him an 8. Coutinho, 4 positives, 2 minuses. Meh. Wasn't impressed. I'll just give him a 7.5. You know, I'm not going to rag on Coutinho much today. But I do have a few thoughts on Coutinho and Firmino today. Now, this is where it gets tricky with Firmino. I'm skipping Chan for obvious reasons. I'll get back to him later, as he was our best player on the pitch today. And he was good. Firmino, I got 7 positives, 2 minuses, but he's just not cutting it. You know, and this flag's gone down, though. I got to put her on my shoulders. This is one of those moments where I'm just going to do that. Sorry, guys. Don't want to leave it like that, but I have it up here with tape. It's kind of funny to go on in the review, but maybe this is what we need. Put on my Liverpool cape here, guys. So, yeah, get my notepad. Anyway, so, yeah, it is a bummer for sure, this game. But there's another day, you know. We'll get to fight again. And yeah, I'm just looking at my notepad here. And I've lost where I was. Great. Oh, it's because it's a different notepad. That makes sense. Because last I checked my notepad, I was wondering why it looked different. It's a different pad, so yeah, guys. Sorry for that little thing there. I'll probably edit it a bit or something. But what are you gonna do? The thing fell down, right? So yeah, back to Firmino. Yeah, you know, it's not cutting it. Firmino's not fast enough. Bottom line, he's great with the ball. Not a fast guy. I'm sure he can run fast at times, and I've seen him go, and he's very creative, and he's a great player. But I just don't find him to be too fast, you know. Maybe I'll be proven wrong on that. I'm sure you could pull up a whole bunch of highlight videos that would show some great things. But from what I've seen this season, that's his flaw. There's not enough speed on that Firmino there. So, you know, 7 positives, 2 minuses. But I mean, he didn't do anything. I'll put him with Coutinho, you know, like 7.5. Actually, Coutinho probably did a little more. But I'm not saying Firmino was horrible, right? Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying it's not happening. And this was the point I was going to make about both of them, I guess. Mainly Coutinho, I thought about it originally, but both of them. If we don't have guys running in the midfield, these are not useless players, of course not. They're amazing players. But it renders them kind of useless when we don't have any other action going on. It's too easy. You know what? It's too easy to read. You know, if you have no one else, no other threat, you know, and it's all a space and time game. It's all about getting that space and that time quickly as an advantage. So you have more distance to cover and less time to think, right? That's how you win football games. So without that, the full potential of Coutinho and Firmino will not be seen at all. We're really missing Milner in there. You know, that City game, we had Milner running in there, and you don't have to worry. You know, Firmino doesn't have to be super fast. If you got Milner in there, Lallana was running good today. You know, we're missing the speed, guys. There's no shortcutting it. There's no sugarcoating it. So yeah, on to Lallana. 2 positives, 1 minus. At least he came on and showed some spirit out there when he ran. His first touch in the second half was just Bolton. I loved it so much, gave him a huge plus. No other really markings there for the game other than a couple, 2 positives and a minus, but he was okay. I mean, trying. That's the least anyone could do, and it wasn't happening with some guys today. I was just very disappointed. And the other thing is that football's you know, it's a psychological game, right? Like, the problem is I could look at a game and say, you know what, I'm going to go in there, I could run, I'll be focused, I'll make it happen. Well, you need that collective mindset where the whole team's saying to themselves, I'll make that happen, but they're saying it as one. You got 11 guys out there, right? 10 guys running around, and you got to make it happen with your mind, but it's a collective brain with a team, right? And that's how getting scored on 1 goal could just kill you. You know, give West Ham all this joy and all this momentum and all this, you know, not just advantage, but there's another word I'm thinking of, but it gives them that boost, right? And this is why it's not working with Benteke up front. It's the same thing, not the same thing as Rodgers, as I mentioned in the other video, but the same problem is that we can't risk not scoring and having wasted opportunities. And the team, once they score one goal, especially with, it's not working with Benteke up there, guys. It just isn't. I'll get into his ranking in a second, but this is part of my notes. I'm just going to cut into it right now because it's all relative to all these points. And we can't be in a position where we're always 0-0 or 1-0 or whatever down and rely on a feed it to Benteke system. First of all, we are feeding the ball to him. Granted, we did not play a good team game today. So there are faults other than Benteke for sure today, all over the place. But Benteke is getting fed. He's offside a lot. I've cut him a lot of slack, but today was horrible. You know, like, he's not... The thing about Benteke, I mean, Carroll and their other defender too, I think, I mean, they just beat him to every ball, you know. And my dad's saying he's lazy. Maybe that's true. Maybe he's just not fast or fast enough. But I honestly think it comes down to your instincts on reading a ball in the air and just knowing to get to that spot. If I see a ball coming in, I'm not trying to brag or gloat, guys, but I have really good instincts in sports and hand-eye coordination, so I know. And when I see other guys do it against Benteke, and it's not like he didn't have a fair shot at the ball. It's not like it was a bad pass. These are not bad passes. It's not like he's not getting fed. It's not like he's not getting opportunities. He is doing some good things out there, but today really showed how this is not going to work. At best, he's a second option. Now, you could have a game where he starts and goes off and gets 3 goals, but is that going to happen every game? It's probably not going to happen, right? It's a stagnant offense. You know, we had the same problem with Balotelli last year. Okay, I'm not trying to say they're the same player. I do like both players, but I'm not going to omit the negatives. Like, this is too much. It's weighing too much on the club, and we got to change something. You know, we got to change something up. I'll see what I can do, guys, to make a video of, this is what I was going to mention in my notes. I'll make a video if I have time to basically go over what I think Klopp should do with the guys we have right now, not including obviously injuries and stuff. But what I would like to see, obviously I'm going to throw Teixeira in there, no surprise, right? I'm getting closer here on my little rant, and so yeah, I mean I'm gonna have to see. Like, I mean, I'm sure Klopp's gonna do something, but I'm just frustrated, man. Like, this is just not good enough. Injuries or no injuries, right? Especially when, like, you bring in a kid like this guy, Brad Smith. Just look at the effort. You bring in Lallana. Look at the effort. Like, I was so excited to see Ibe start today over Lallana because I know Ibe's got talent. But boy, was I ever wrong. Glad I didn't do any posts or tweets about it. Like, Ibe needs to improve, like, vastly. And you know what? He doesn't get playing time. You can argue. That's fair. I'm sure he can go off in a game. He really knows how to hit that ball hard. He can beat guys, but a lot of the times he's just kind of, well, from what I'm seeing from when he plays, he's not, I don't know. It's just like our game is getting too obvious to the opponent right now, and it's really bothering me. Quickly run through Benteke's rankings. 4 positives. I don't even remember what was what for all these minuses, but I got 9 minuses. That's his number too. I got 9. I don't know when the last time, even when Sacco was horrible a couple games ago, I think he had 5 or 7 minuses, maybe 5. 9 minuses from Benteke. You know, offsides, not getting the ball, not running fast enough. You know, probably some other things too. Like, no, I gave him the light 10 in the last game to try to cut him some slack, you know, but it's just not happening, you know. It's just not happening. I don't want to take shots at him, but it is what it is, and I'm just done, guys. I'm really frustrated. We got to change. We need speed in there. You know, we need to mix it up. We need to be unpredictable. West Ham, they weren't brilliant. They just waited and they ran. Their guys would run at us in the midfield. They get the counter. Oh, guess what? We got the ball. Boom. You get up there. You get a chance. A couple guys move up in. It's not rocket science, right? So that's Benteke. Not even gonna. What am I gonna mark him for? Horrible performance. Worst player on the pitch today, I think. You know, just not good. Let's go to Chan. Yeah, obviously I wasn't going to mark Ibe either. I was not happy with his performance. Chan was great. Chan was awesome. I gave Lovren that 10. I can't remember what I called that 10, but it had a good name to it. But I'm going to give Chan a great mark. Yeah, 2 kind of minuses. They weren't even really anything that affected anything bad too much. Sometimes when you take chances, those things will happen. I mean, I could almost negate them. I got 11, 12, 13, 14 positives. One was a huge positive. He had that shot where it went right off the crossbar, too. That was an awesome shot. Chan was awesome. I mean, he's going to get a solid 10 today. Definitely our best player. Man of the match. Now we lost, but for our team, man of the match, again. No busting the scales in a losing game. The only time I'll ever go past 10 and bust the scales in a losing game is if we lose 6-5 and someone gets 5 goals. You know, or something where it's, okay, that guy was on fire and everyone else failed. A lot of guys did fail Chan today. He played like a captain today. Lucas had the armband in, had a good game. I respect Lucas. I respect the decision to have him in there. I've been very critical of Chan, but you know what? He's the only guy right now, the last 2 games, that really feels like, and Lovren too, who's just been absolutely solid out there. So, you know, Chan gets much respect. He probably deserves a higher mark. You know, if it were a win, I'd have to give him like maybe a 12 or a 13. Because we didn't win, unfortunately, I don't want to bust the scales. You know, he gets a solid 10. He was absolutely sensational, showed so much heart, work, passion, yelling, getting the guys going, you know, saying the right... I mean, I don't know what he was saying, but I could tell when he was complaining, what he was complaining about. You know, absolutely just totally impressed with Chan. So, I'm just upset, guys. You know, like... On to my notes. We're already at 17 minutes, man. Maybe I should save this for another video, but nah, I'll just keep going, right? Like, the free kick on Marino should have been. Bad call. Here's the thing. The guy, that may have been a foul, right? It's hard to tell because they didn't have a perfect angle on it, but it kind of looked like it was one. But Moreno sells these calls like crazy, and you know what? You cry wolf. These officials will not buy it. You'll tick them off, and maybe that's what happened. There's no excuse, you know. Sometimes the call just doesn't go your way. Moreno oversold it, did his theatrics. Whatever. It wound up costing us with a goal. So, Benteke, I have the notes, but I'm not being aware. He touched the ball too hard to lose a breakaway chance, I think. Garbage. That's why he got a big minus for sure. West Ham was wasting some time out there in the first half, but it doesn't even matter. I was going to make that a big point, but no, we were just unacceptable out there for the most part. Second goal, yeah, Lovren's not. I don't think Lovren was at fault on it. I covered Benteke not reading the plays well, not being fast enough. Yeah, I covered that. Again, servicing Benteke is not the argument here, folks. Sorry, that argument, maybe at the beginning of the season, that might have been an argument if that's their strategy. Even if we're feeding him, it's not. No, it's not good enough. It's not gonna. The odds are not in our favor, and we are giving him chances, and he's blowing them. He's blowing open shots. He's blowing open breakaways. So, don't give me, not you guys, but in general, don't want to hear the Benteke needs more service. That's what the commentator was saying. I'm like, they had some good commentary today for a change, but they were out to lunch on that one. Benteke offside again. Yeah, Chan, captain material, was just excellent out there. And my last note that I said, I tried to do that bid for you guys about what I think the lineup should be. Oh, man, we'll see. We'll see what I can come up with. You know? I don't know. I'll look into what we got. But it's going to be high offense, and it's going to be high speed. I can tell you that much. You know? Very disappointing, guys. There are some positives. Not even going to look at the fixtures. Don't have it in front of me. I know Arsenal won. United won. You know. City. So far, City was down 1-0 to Watford. Watford scored from a corner. That was pretty cool. Leicester drew. But my winning the league pick, it's funny game to game how fast things could change. But looks like my winning the league pick is probably on its last legs. You know, I mean, I'm surprised I'm still holding on to it at this point. The Leicester game was my kind of last-ditch effort. We got the win. We got the next one. I thought, oh, you know, maybe we'll get on to some streaky, you know, or something. And, you know, we just totally... It's one thing if we go to West Ham and lose or draw, but... I mean, some of our guys really failed us and stunk up the joint today massively. That's it for my review. I can't think of anything else. There's more games coming. There's a cup game, I'm sure, this week. 99% sure. I haven't looked at it, but I know it's there. So I'll get it for you guys. Bummed out about the loss, but we'll bounce back. Klopp's gonna. That's the thing, right? Look at what happened after whatever that game was before Leicester. That bounce back game, the Watford game. Yeah, we bounced right back. So Klopp, you know, hopefully we'll bounce back. But I want to say, you know, how many locker room speeches? How many, you know, come on guys, chance do we need to get it going? I think Klopp's going to have to start going back to the drawing board. Great comment. I don't know if I said it in this video yet. Hilarious comment for you guys that stayed to this late in the vid. This guy, I don't know what his name was. I wish I could give him a shout out. It was on Facebook. My dad saw it. This is a great comment. He said that Jurgen Klopp is a Michelin star chef working at McDonald's. So I found that hilarious. You know, I don't want to slate our guys too much with that joke. We're not McDonald's with a lot of our guys. That's what's so frustrating. But that was a great line. I found that hilarious. You know what? It'll be interesting to see what happens. You know, we need changes, whether it's mixing up our own guys or getting new guys. Something's going to give, guys. Klopp's the right guy for the job. He's got my trust. He's got my respect. He's got my love and support. I feel that you guys feel the same way too. So we're okay. Again, long term, I feel great. But short term, lightning bolts, we got to get in there. We got to switch it up. We got to go get it. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Wish I could have done a nice reaction vid for you. I'll give you a bonus material right now. Some of the stuff I delete when my dad goes really hard, maybe I should have left in, but I don't want it to be negative. Like, the thing is if we win, I try my best to avoid... I don't want it to be too bad for our guys, you know? I want to try to keep it as positive as I can. But my dad had this funny comment about giving away Benteke back to Villa. And the last game, he said he would sell him. No, he said I'll give him away back to Villa and I'll give him $1. And then today it was $2. So I said it went up 100%. I don't have time to do a reaction video. I was thinking about calling it Tony's Corner because it's my dad's name, right? Be hilarious. And then by the end of the game, he's like, that's it, $4 and €2. And we were just laughing, eh? So the thing is I don't want to make a jokey review too much or a jokey set of reactions when we're losing. It's just a bummer. But I'll give you guys some comedy in there. Got to give you something, lighten the mood, lighten the day, you know. That's it for the review, guys. It's super long. Take care. Have a good one. Stay safe. You'll never walk alone.